you think of that?
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
It's the same old story. Ever since we were kids. Some things never change. The guys that you like always end up falling for me. Isn't it funny how that always happens?
Oh, is that Raquel? It's been a long time, girl. At least 15 years, I think. How have you been?
When I heard you married a lawyer, I was so upset that I couldn't see straight. I was livid, I tell you.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Because your husband is a better catch than mine. That's why. And that just won't do.
Oh, is that so? What does your husband do for a living? He must have a decent job, doesn't he?
He's a manager at a pretty big construction company. One of the biggest companies, actually.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. There's nothing wrong with that job.
No, it's not really impressive at all. He's just a company employee, punching a time card and making money for somebody else.
But he's at a big firm, right? That's great. I mean, that's a really good industry to be in these days, I hear.
Oh, stop patronizing me. You know that your lawyer husband is 1,000 times better catch than my construction manager. That's one thing about you that's always annoyed me. You're always so patronizing and nice. Ugh.
Well, my husband is a lawyer, but you know that he's…
Oh, don't even start with the modesty act. That's even more annoying. Just stop it.
But what do you mean when you say that he proposed to you? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Well, what do you think I mean? Has the meaning of the word changed recently? It means that he told me that he wants to marry me. What other meaning could it possibly have?
That's really weird, Raquel. I mean, it's really not even possible, to be honest. You do know that.
Hey, I get it. I get why you don't want to believe it. I mean, it's gotta be a shock to hear that from someone, I am sure. But he told me that he wants to dump you so that he can be with me. Those were his exact words, and he just said them to me the other day. He was so sincere and insistent about it, too. Like, he really needed me to understand it and believe it.
But you're married yourself. What about your husband? Isn't he getting the short end of the stick here?
Well, I'll be divorcing him ASAP, of course. That goes without saying.
I don't think that's a good idea, Raquel. You should think things through before you make any hasty decisions.
Oh, pipe down. I don't take orders or advice from you. I'm just letting you know what's going on out of common courtesy.
Let me ask you this. What was the name of the guy who proposed to you?
Why do you ask? Can't you remember your own husband's name? You're just being obtuse now, aren't you? His name is Clarence Horton, silly. It's the same name that he's always had.
Oh, my. That's definitely my husband's name.
Yeah, like I said. Now you have a firm grasp of the obvious. So, now we're on the same page, yes?
But that's impossible. Clarence isn't around anymore. He's gone, and he has been for a while now.
Yeah, because he dumped you. You must be feeling pretty miserable right about now, huh?
No, that's not it. Really, that's not the reason.
I get it. You don't want to accept reality, and that's okay. If it were me, I'd need some time to process this all, too. Your head is spinning at the sudden loss of both your lawyer husband and that nice condo you guys have been living in. That's a real double whammy.
No, actually, you're wrong. I'm living in the condo, and I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
I don't think so. I'm moving in, so you need to get your things packed up quick, honey. Don't waste time, okay?
Oh, I couldn't possibly do that on such short notice, and there's no reason for me to do that anyway.
Hey, that place is in Clarence's name, is it not? That's what my research showed me anyway.
Yes, it's in his name, but…
Then you have no business living there now, do you? Tell Times have changed, and so must we, as they say. You really are an annoying person. You know that? And you always have been, Linda. Have I ever told you that?
And you've always hated me, haven't you? I don't understand why you dislike me so much. What did I ever do to you anyway?
What can I say? I just hate everything about you. Hate your face, hate your personality, hate your voice, hate all of it.
Wow. Tell me how you really feel. Okay, I guess now you and I are finally on the same page.
Get packed up and out of there by this time next week. Got it? I'll be checking in again soon to make sure that you're getting your things together.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's just not possible. I have nowhere but here to live, and I'm not leaving.
Then go rent an apartment, dummy. There are tons of them out there.
Raquel, I think you're missing a few important things. You're missing some important information. I think that we should get together and have a talk, the two of us.
Nope. No thanks. I'm good. No need for that. I really don't feel like even seeing your face, to be completely honest.
Okay, then. How about a phone call? I need to fill you in on a few things.
Again. Nope. And no thanks. Your voice annoys me so much, I'm afraid I'll lose my temper. That's not a good idea.
Fine, then we'll just text. I guess that will have to do.
I don't have anything more to say to you. And you can stop going on and trying to persuade me, okay? All you need to do is get out of that condo. Now stop wasting time.
Listen to me, Raquel. I'm trying to tell you that Clarence has left the building. As in, he is no longer here on this earth. Do you understand?
Oh, now I know you're really desperate, telling this kind of ridiculous lie. Nice try, though. It's really pathetic. Why don't you just accept defeat gracefully and move on? There's no shame in that.
But it's the truth, I'm telling you. Clarence is dead and he's been dead for several months.
Yeah, okay, if you say so. You're a really lousy liar. You know that? Just dry your tears and get your packing started, okay? The clock is ticking. Time's a-wasting, so you better get started. Chop chop!
My name is Linda. I'm 35 years old and yes, I am a widow. 4 months ago, my husband Clarence passed away. He was killed in an automobile accident. It was a terrible loss and I don't know if I'll ever get over it. He was a lawyer with a bright future ahead of him, and just when things were about to really take off for us, he suddenly was gone. Just like that, in the blink of an eye, he was gone, never to return. So when Raquel told me that Clarence had proposed to her, I knew that it must be a case of mistaken identity. Someone with the same name as my Clarence must be the one whom she thinks she's marrying. At any rate, I want to get to the bottom of this mystery. So I started digging. Clarence left me this condo and his life insurance policy paid out enough for me to pay the mortgage off, so I can live here as long as I want to, which is just what I intend to do. Raquel seems to think that she's going to be moving in here, and she's not hiding that fact at all. She's really remarkably honest, considering what a con artist she is. Once upon a time, she and I were friends and she couldn't go a day without calling or texting me. But nowadays, she really dislikes me for some reason. I don't think I'll ever find out why. It looks like things are going to get a bit complicated, so I've decided to quietly make some preparations and do some research. However, Raquel has completely taken me by surprise with more aggressive action than I ever thought possible.
How long do you intend to stay there? It's high time you get out. I told you that you need to get a move on.
And I told you I can't do that. You have no idea what you're asking me to do. None.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say. You've always been a stubborn one, so I came prepared.
If you know that about me, why don't you just give it up then? Why make this into a huge battle?
Because I want to move into that place like yesterday. That's why. Clarence wants me and he wants you out of there.
So tell me, that Clarence guy that you're talking about, what does he say about all this? I need to hear exactly what he's been telling you.
He says that you and I need to settle it woman to woman, and I'm fine with that.
Oh, really? That's very convenient for him, isn't it? He just sets you loose on me and then walks away, huh?
Look, if you don't get out of there, I'll be forced to use extreme measures. You've been warned.
Oh. What are you planning to do? Arson? Assault?
Oh, I'm not planning to do it. I've done it already.
Oh, is that so? And what is it that you've done? I don't see anything going on around me here.
Oh, I just distributed some flyers around the building, that's all. You'll see them next time you go out.
Flyers? What kind of flyers? Tell me more.
They're flyers with your photo on them, and they say that you have a criminal record of theft and assaults. And that you're an extremely dangerous person who has mental issues and that you should be avoided at all costs. That's all.
Excuse me? You can't be serious about that.
Yes, and I also included a telephone number and an email address, and the inquiries have just been flowing in. It's been an amazing response, to be honest.
Just what are you trying to do? Why would you do that?
Take a guess. It's going to get very difficult for you to live there in that building pretty soon, Linda.
You need to retract all that right now.
Why would I retract any of it? It's the truth. I mean, your husband left you, and yet you refuse to vacate that condo. It's crystal clear that you are having some kind of an episode. That's the only reasonable conclusion.
You are the lowest.
Do you get it now? Is it all coming back to you yet? Have you ever benefited from going against me, Linda? Have you? Even once?
No, I haven't. I remember back in middle school. You put sand in my applesauce, and ever since then, I can't stand the sight of applesauce.
Yep. And do you remember why? It was because that boy that I liked, Tony, was chasing after you.
Yeah, and that wasn't my fault.
It was your fault. It was your fault just because you existed and he noticed you.
How did you become so hateful?
At any rate, you and I are finished for good once this last thing is settled between us. Once I take this last, most important thing from you, my work here will be done.
Last most important thing?
See, the truth is that I normally wouldn't stoop so low as to dirty my hands with anything that comes from you. But in this case, I can make an exception because, although it's used, it's still of the highest quality.
I'm getting close to the end of my rope here, and I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to keep my mouth shut for much longer.
Go ahead and say whatever you want. It's of no concern to me. You're all bark and no bite. And you can go and bark your little head off in your tiny apartment for the rest of your days. Are you still not moved out of there? I have my own divorce and moving preparations to attend to, too, you know.
Divorces take time, so why don't you prioritize that and let the other stuff happen as it happens?
I'm not doing anything until I have my next place to live taken care of. Once I break the news to my husband, he's going to blow a gasket and I'll need somewhere to run to. So I need you out of there ASAP.
If your husband knew you were cheating on him, he'd probably give you that divorce without putting up a fuss.
But that's not going to happen because nobody but you knows about Clarence and me.
That's right. But I'm going to let him know about it.
Oh, yeah? And what do you know about my husband, besides that he works for a big construction company? There's no way for you to find out more than that. I mean, you don't even know his last name.
Actually, I do know his last name.
And how could you possibly know that?
Raquel, you and I go all the way back to childhood. We were neighbors and we know each other's families. I found out a whole bunch of interesting information just by picking up the phone. But before I tell your husband about your infidelity, I need to do a little more research into whoever this Clarence is that you keep talking about.
He's your husband.
Why do you need to look into him? I told you before, Raquel. My husband Clarence passed away a few months ago.
That's a lie, and I don't believe it.
But it's true. Clarence really loved this condo, and he worked hard to buy it. Then he only got to live in it for 2 years before he died. Now he's resting in that big condo up in the sky. I wish him peaceful slumbers there.
Are you really being serious with all this?
I wouldn't ever lie about something like this, I promise you. I never even got to say goodbye to him.
I see.
Which brings us back to the question of who is it that proposed to you? Who is this man?
Yes! Exactly who is it that I've been dating? Who is my Clarence?
That's what I wanted to find out, so I did some digging. I really had a bad feeling about Clarence's name being used by someone else, you know.
And what did you find out?
Do you remember a kid that we went to school with named Josh? He was a skinny kid with glasses.
Oh, yeah. I remember that guy.
You used to hassle him a lot, and then he stopped coming to school altogether, if I recall correctly.
Wow. None of that was my fault. He was just a wuss.
Yes, well, it turns out that he is Clarence. Or he's posing as Clarence.
What? Are you serious?
I was in touch with him during that period when he wasn't going to class because of you, Raquel. And he and I have actually kept in touch over the years as well, believe it or not.
Oh, that's just so like you. Always a model student and keeping in touch with your peers.
Anyway, when I was trying to figure out who would do something like this, pretend to be Clarence and ask you to marry him, I thought of Josh immediately. When I got in touch and asked him about it, he confessed to it right away.
But the Clarence I've been seeing is a really good-looking guy. Nothing like that Josh kid.
Josh is actually a pretty good-looking guy himself, you know.
But he always wore those thick, dorky-looking glasses.
Oh, don't be so judgy. People grow up and change, you know.
So you're telling me that Josh has been harboring a grudge all these years, and that's why he assumed Clarence's identity and got involved with me?
That is indeed what it looks like. You know, Josh ended up dropping out of high school because of all that with you back in the day. And he's been a high school dropout ever since, without a lot of good career choices. And from what he tells me, he attributes all of his misfortunes to you, Raquel.
Why, that's ridiculous. None of that is my fault.
Everyone in our class knew that you and I were close friends back then, you know. So Josh decided to use me and my husband Clarence as bait in order to lure you in and take his revenge on you.
That liar!
But he didn't know that Clarence has passed away, apparently.
He won't get away with this. Trying to trick me like this.
So, you and Josh got intimate together, didn't you?
Yes, and I can't believe I let myself do that. I feel sick to my stomach just thinking about it now.
Yeah, he feels the same way, apparently. He says he broke out in hives all over his body because of that and that he's still seeing a doctor about it.
Who does he think he is, talking about me like that? Why, he should be thanking me for even staying in the same room with him. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black.
I certainly don't condone what Josh has been doing. I mean, he's basically destroyed your home and your marriage. However, if you would have just apologized to him for all the horrible things you did to him back then, none of this would be happening at all, Raquel.
That's ridiculous. Why should I be apologizing for anything?
And the same goes for me. If you hadn't gone and distributed those slanderous flyers, I wouldn't have gone to your husband and told him everything I know. You know, I had to go to a special meeting of the Condo Homeowners Association and explain everything to both the board and to all my neighbors. Now all my neighbors treat me differently, and that will probably never change.
Who cares about any of that? You need to help me stop my husband from divorcing me. I am the victim here, I was totally misled and lied to, and my husband will understand that if we explain it all to him.
I already did explain it all to him, and he said that none of that changes the fact that you had an affair with someone and that you were trying to dump him for someone else.
Why is he so eager to divorce me? That makes no sense. And why did he believe your story so easily without questioning it?
He believed me because I have evidence.
Evidence? What evidence? And of what?
Josh has given me screenshots of your text with him, along with photos, videos, voice recordings, and a bunch of other stuff.
Ugh, you can't be serious.
Tell me, if the actual Clarence were actually alive, would you have gone after him for real? The way you did with Josh?
Why, of course. I absolutely would have.
Clarence wouldn't have been so compliant with your demands, I can tell you that. At any rate, the perpetrator of all this needs to be brought to justice. And soon, before other people become victims like me.
You're the only one that I've ever had in my sights.
Yeah, that's a lie. You see, I'm well aware that you very thoroughly and systematically looked into the careers of a bunch of your old classmates' husbands. I also know that you had an affair with Bert, Leslie's husband, who also just happens to be a doctor.
How do you know that?
I know it because Josh did the research and told me exactly what he found out. That's how. You were hedging your bets in case it turned out that you couldn't steal Clarence from me, weren't you?
Yes. And what's wrong with that? My own husband already knows what's going on and he's going to dump me for sure anyway. So why shouldn't I snag myself a doctor while I'm at it? Plus, this doctor is head over heels for me. I promise you.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, it is. And what's more is that he even has his own private practice. No hospital attending physicians for me. It's like I won the lottery. Believe me, he makes you, your Clarence, and that shabby condo of yours look like working-class slobs.
Oh, that's a shame, and I'm sorry to hear it.
What? What do you mean?
That doctor of yours has only been as successful as he has because he married into Leslie's family and his practices with her father. Have you forgotten that Leslie's dad is a doctor too? And a very well-known and influential one at that?
Why do I care what her dad does for a living?
You should care because Josh took the time to let Leslie and her family know what's been going on between you and her husband. And it's safe to say that he's no longer in private practice. So, you see, you did snag yourself a doctor, but you snagged him just as his career is circling the drain. In fact, your snagging him is the cause of his career circling the drain.
I don't believe it! My plan was perfect!
You have a perfectly good husband who cares for you and is a nice, thoughtful, dependable guy. Why did you have to betray him like that?
Because I refused to settle for that. That's why. I set my sights on bigger and better men, and that's exactly what I intend to get.
For your sake, I hope there are men out there who are willing to get involved with someone who has a criminal record.
Huh?
What you've done is a crime, Raquel.
Oh, come on! Nobody's going to arrest me for what I've done. That's a fantasy.
Oh, you can definitely be arrested. And you can definitely be fined a substantial amount of money.
Get real. I'm no criminal.
Hey, you've been conducting yourself like a criminal. And you've been doing that for a long time now.
I'm trying to call Josh right now, and I'm not getting any response from him. I need to give him a piece of my mind or I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
He achieved his goal with you and now he's ghosted you. And you're surprised. And by the way, he apparently sent a note to your husband apologizing for what he did with you. He was party to marital fidelity after all. Of course, that note is more evidence that your husband can introduce in divorce court if he needs to. I wonder if that was all part of Josh's plan too.
What kind of psycho is this guy, Josh, anyway?
So it really looks like you've lost a lot more than you've gained. I guess all you have left is your criminal record.
Don't you dare make fun of me!
Next time, instead of trying to steal something from someone else, why don't you try to get it for yourself? I bet you that would be a lot more fun and more meaningful, too.
Oh, just shut up!
Or maybe that concept is just completely foreign to a person such as yourself. So, goodbye and good luck to you, Miss Congeniality.
Don't you try to walk away from me now! I'll find you and make you sorry you did this to me. You better watch your back, you busybody!
Threatening someone is also a crime, you know. That's one more to add to your list, you bad girl. After Raquel was kicked out of her house by her husband, and her husband hired a ruthless lawyer who came after every penny she had. Soon after, Raquel was arrested. Unable to afford a good attorney, she was then forced to also pay out a sizable fine for her slander of me and for unlawful entry into my condominium. I wanted her to go to jail, too, but you can't have everything, I suppose. Both her family and all her friends deserted her after finding out everything that she had done, and, with nobody to turn to and nowhere to go, she was forced to do nighttime work that involves a pole, I am told. However, she didn't do well at that because her personality turned off too many customers and she always complained about the amount they tipped her. Currently, she is working as a dishwasher in a cheap restaurant downtown. I received a text from Josh apologizing for involving Clarence's name in that whole mess. I can't say that I felt good about that part of the story, but I know that he would have wanted me to forgive Josh and forget. So, that's what I've done. I'm moving forward, and I know that that's also what Clarence would want. I am a bit lonely living in this condo all by myself, but the condo itself is a daily reminder of the love I shared with him and all the good things we gave each other. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please remember to click the like button and follow our channel. See you next time!
Yo, come on, woman. You call this thing you made me lunch?
Excuse me?
There's no protein in here. You know I need my protein. And I'm talking about meat. Do you ever listen to me? I'm thinking not. Because I'm always telling you that I need to eat my carbs and protein or my macros get messed up. How many times have I told you this? This PB&J doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, but Kyle, we can't afford the way you want to eat. Do you not understand that?
What are you even talking about? I give you an allowance for food every single month so we can eat properly and the way I want to eat.
Are you kidding me? The $200 budget you give me every month for our groceries? Even if it was just the two of us, it's not enough. But we have a child, remember? Or did you forget that too? Plus, he's starting to eat a lot. I need you to give us a bigger budget for our food.
Are you kidding me? It's your job as a housewife to figure it out with the budget I give you. Being a housewife is the easiest thing ever, and you can't even do that properly. You don't even work.
I can't believe you're even saying this.
I married you to make my life easier, not harder. You're a complete failure as a wife. You can't budget, you don't listen, my lunches are garbage. You're useless.
I've been telling you I want to go work. I'd rather get Ethan a sitter after school and go to work so we can make a bit more money. I never told you I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom.
You really never listen to me, do you? Whatever I say just goes through one ear and out the other. There's no chance you're going to work. I've always said a wife's place is in the house taking care of the family. That's your job. I'm not letting you go work and abandon your household responsibilities. I mean, what's it going to look like to everyone? It's going to make me look bad. People talk, you know.
You're worried about that? Who cares what it looks like? You only bring home a measly $1,500 a month.
You are beyond ungrateful. The nerve you have. I can't believe you're complaining about my salary, Michelle. You don't pay for anything. Mooching off of me and then telling me I'm not bringing home enough. You're a disgrace.
Obviously, I'm grateful that you are working for us. I'm also not complaining about your salary, but it's $1,500 a month. You have to agree with me that $1,500 for 3 people is tight. I just want you to recognize the reality we're in.
Recognize the reality? I'm living in it, aren't I? I'm providing more than enough for all of us. There should be way more than we need.
What are you talking about? Our child is going to a new school soon, and we have admissions and tuition to pay for. $1,500 a month isn't going to cut it. Let me help us. Let me go work.
No way. My mom said that my salary is more than enough for our family. If you think we don't have enough, then that's your issue. You're not budgeting properly and wasting it all on that stuff you use on your face.
Your mom? Are you kidding me? You're talking about your mom. Seriously. She's talking about 30 years ago when you were a kid. It's 2022 now. I should know because I do everything for the house. I do the shopping and make payments. Not your mom. The least you can do is listen to me.
Shut up. I can't take any more of your dumb whining and complaining. It's all I ever hear. Day in and day out.
Who are you calling dumb?
I'm talking about you. Who's not listening now? You're a housewife and you can't even take care of the house properly. If this were a company, I would have fired you a long time ago. You can't survive without my help or salary because you're dumb and lazy.
You think I twiddle my thumbs and chat with my friends on the phone all day? You have some nerve calling me dumb and lazy.
If you want me to stop calling you that, then learn something from my mom. Stop being so lazy and just shut up and be a good wife. Otherwise, you're just dumb and lazy to me. I have no use for anyone like that, especially my wife.
Hi, Michelle. I heard about your conversation with Kyle. I heard you said some things you just could never take back. He's very hurt, you know. What? Are you joking? He's saying that I said hurtful things? He's hurt. Of course you did. The nerve you have saying all those things to him when you're not even doing your part. I heard you told him he wasn't making enough money. Well, yeah, I did tell him that, but not in those exact words. How could you even say that? Unlike you, he is working his butt off to provide for you and my grandchild. You spend your day at home. That's not something you say to your husband. I did feel a bit bad after I said that. But the reality is that our family cannot survive on his current salary. What are you talking about? So please, Sandy, I'd appreciate it if you could talk to your son. He just doesn't listen to me. I'm not asking him to change anything. I'm asking him to let me go work so I can also help out financially. Of course that's not even an option. Why would you think that's an option? You need to be supporting your husband at home. That's your job. Supporting the family at home so Kyle can concentrate on work. You also shouldn't have to worry about the money. You let him worry about that part. Listen, Sandy, times are different now. Things are expensive now and not like it was back in the day. Taxes are higher, rents are higher. Both women and men work now, not just the husbands. Yeah, and so what? Kyle has a good, stable job. There's no reason for you to abandon your responsibilities and go find a job. That's a bit unfair. You know how much we get a month, right? After taxes and everything, it's $1,500 a month. Doesn't that worry you? Your grandson won't be able to get a good education. The issue isn't what Kyle brings home. The issue is your budgeting and spending. Of course! I am making every effort to keep our costs down. I'm only spending $200 a month on food. That's unheard of these days. What are you talking about? From where I'm sitting, it looks like there's a lot more you can do. You can learn a lot from me, you know, Michelle. I'm doing everything. I'm doing all this, and all you can say is there's a lot more I can do? Well, yeah, because there is. Kyle tells me everything, you know. Just the other day, he told me you went to the hair salon. Well, yeah, I can't cut it myself, so haircuts for all of us is a necessity. I only go once every 3 months when a lot of people go once a month. Yeah, and you go there, get pampered, and get your hair done. At the end, you pay them and also tip them. Well, yeah, that's what you do when you go to a salon. You get a service done and you pay them. That's how the economy works. Now, you listen to me. From now on, you're going to my sister's salon. She'll cut your hair for free. I will let her know you'll come by next time. I also heard you have expenses at the dentist as well. For our regular checkups and cleaning once every 6 months or so, yes. It's cheaper to go to the checkups than to have to get them fixed once it's too late. You should go to the dentist my cousin works at. He does their accounting for them. If you tell him you're my daughter-in-law, they should do it for free. And leave the food up to me. Our neighbor owns a farm. He has a ton of stuff left over that he can't distribute, so I will ask him to give us whatever he's getting rid of. I really don't need your help with that. Don't worry, just leave it all up to me. I also have a bunch of friends who own bakeries, cafes, and restaurants. I can ask them for all their leftovers they can't sell. You should be able to save a whole ton. I'm serious. I really don't need your help. I appreciate you offering your help, but we can handle this on our own. You don't want my help? Everything you just mentioned. The salon, the dentist, and all the food. This is all stuff we should be paying for, so it's all budgeted. Asking for everything for free from people just doesn't feel right. I really can't do that. I don't want to do that. I don't see what is wrong with any of it. We're just asking for a friends and family discount. Do you understand what budgeting means? It's about asking for help and getting as many things as possible for free whenever possible. It's as easy as that. Are you kidding me? Friends and family should never charge their friends and family. It's just plain wrong. You need to help each other. I don't think what you're asking me to do is called helping each other. It's totally fine. I don't understand why you're so worried about it. You just need to follow exactly what I've been doing and learn from the best. I've been doing this way longer than you have. Let me tell you something. Once, I saved over $30,000 in just 1 year. Can you believe it? $30,000? In 1 year? That is pretty impressive. Okay, so we're on the same page now. I will contact everyone and get things in place. Just let me and everyone else help you. Your life will be much easier that way.
Yo, Michelle. My mom just called. She's sending us some boxes or something.
What? What boxes?
You're a complete failure when it comes to budgeting for the house. So she's asked all our friends and relatives for help and got a bunch of stuff for us. You should call her later and thank her.
Listen, can you please tell her to stop? I asked her not to do this. I told her we didn't need her help. She won't listen to me, but maybe she'll listen to you. So please just ask her to stop.
Why would we want her to stop helping us? Just because you can't ask people for help doesn't mean she shouldn't either. You should be grateful for her help. She's really gone out on a limb for us, you know, and everyone's willing to help out.
Grateful? Are you kidding me? Helping us out? This isn't called help. How are they supposed to say no to someone who is pushy and demanding?
What? Are you being serious?
Everyone else pays for everything. That's the normal and respectful thing to do. But asking for all of those things for free? We're completely disrespecting them and what they do. This isn't right at all. I don't want to accept any of that. So please, tell your mom to stop meddling.
Who are we disrespecting? I don't get it. This is called asking for help, and it's normal. People help each other all the time. Everything is going to waste anyway, so we're actually doing them a favor. You get it?
Did they ever say all of this was going to waste? I really don't think so. Your mom is going around telling them that everything is going to waste, so she will take them off of their hands.
See, this is where you and I are totally different. They're willingly giving it all to us for free. So why would we be disrespectful and throw it right back in their face?
You really don't get it, do you?
Anyway, I totally forgot to tell you. I found out that my friend's wife is a nail artist.
Yeah? And?
I told him about it. So you should give her a call and get her to do it for you for free. Isn't that awesome? You don't have to pay to get your nails done anymore.
Are you joking? You asked him to get his wife to do my nails for free?
Of course I did. Such a waste of money. Friends and family should always get a discount. So remind her of that when you're there.
What you're asking for isn't called a discount. You're just being rude. And squeezing everything out of everyone for whatever they've got? You don't do that to friends or family.
Man, you really don't get it, do you?
Please tell your friend and his wife that I won't be needing my nails done. If I do, I will call her and set up an appointment and pay her properly like everyone else does. Please also apologize for even asking them to do it for free. and let them know you shouldn't have.
Are you trying to make me look bad? I totally went out on a limb and made this happen for you. I thought you liked this sort of thing. I did this for you. You understand that, right? I really don't think you're in any position to tell me what to do. You're a total failure when it comes to being a good wife. You keep spending and can't even budget our finances properly.
Asking people to do things for free isn't budgeting either. It's just rude. You and your mom are so unbelievably selfish. I can't believe you two.
You have no right to complain about us. If you're going to continue being this difficult, then you should leave. Get out of my house. You're a total waste of my time and money.
Have you lost your mind?
You've always had this holier-than-thou attitude. Maybe you need to check yourself. Let me remind you, Michelle. You're just a housewife. The same as an unemployed slacker. Maybe getting thrown out will finally make you realize how good you had it.
Whatever you say.
Okay then, get out. Guaranteed you will regret it. You'll realize what a failure you are. Make sure you don't come back until you find some gratitude towards what I've provided for all these years. Michelle, you ready to come home? You better come home. Get home now!
Excuse me?
I'm sure you've learned your lesson by now. Stop being so stubborn and get your butt home now.
Learned my lesson? What lesson are you talking about? I'm not coming home, Kyle. I'm taking full custody of our child and I'm leaving you.
Oh, don't give me that crap. You both need to come home now. You've left such a mess over here. You need to get your butt back right now.
What? What mess?
Some of our friends and relatives have been cutting ties with me, telling me that if you left, they have no reason to stay friendly. They want nothing to do with me. They've all blocked me. One guy even came to the house and literally spat in my face.
Oh, wow.
What are you going around telling people? They all started dropping like flies, and I'm sure you had something to do with it. Otherwise, why would they treat us like this?
You really have no idea, do you? You two mooch off everything and everyone. You're like blood-sucking leeches. You dug your own deep grave and you're blaming me? I'm so not surprised.
Who are you calling a blood-sucking leech?
I haven't said a single thing to any of your friends. I have no relationship with any of your friends or relatives. The only time I spoke to them was when I went to pay them back for everything you two mooched off of everyone.
Wait a minute. What? You paid them back?
Yeah, of course I paid them back. The dentist, the hair salon, the relative that runs the restaurant, the farmer who gave us those amazing veggies. Oh, and your friend that owns the cafe. Your friend's wife, the nail technician. Everyone. I told you I didn't pay, but called them after and immediately went to pay them back. Do you know how time-consuming that was? All the while taking care of our child, 'cause you're never any help.
What? Why would you pay them for something they gave us for free? That's our right as friends and family. Things are free.
That's where you're wrong. You were forcing them to give us all that stuff for free. They weren't doing it out of the kindness of their hearts. How could they, when you were like this? When I went to pay them back, they were all so grateful. They all told me they had no idea why I was married to you and how I even dealt with your mom.
You're lying.
They also told me exactly the opposite of what you told me. They said that they told you no multiple times, but you kept pushing and pushing and pushing. When they wouldn't say yes and help you out, you just took whatever they had like thieves. They also all said that they didn't want anything to do with you, but they either see you at work or family events, so they didn't want to make it awkward.
They said that to you? Unbelievable.
You keep on saying friends and family, but are you serious? It's a one-way street with you two. You've never helped one of them when they needed your help. That's the textbook definition of mooching off of people. And you expected me to do the same? Are you kidding me? Embarrass myself like that? No, thank you.
You really have some nerve calling us that. Shut up with that nonsense.
You're the one who's talking nonsense. That's why people want nothing to do with you. You two have zero common sense or any sort of kindness or gratitude towards others. You're just beyond selfish.
No common sense. Selfish. No gratitude or kindness. Are you freaking kidding me? Unlike you, I don't take people's money for nothing.
Yeah, okay, whatever you say. See ya.
Michelle! Kyle told me everything you said to him. He said you told everyone some blatant lie and now none of our friends or our relatives want anything to do with us.
Actually, that's not true at all. It's your own fault. You and your sons. You're just trying to blame your own faults on someone else. As always. They just couldn't take your mooching off of them any longer. They got tired of being bullied by you two.
Shut up, you useless piece of garbage! You need to undo what you did and make it right.
Well, I can't do anything about it because I didn't do anything. If you want to do something about it, why don't you go and apologize and start paying all of them for what they are worth?
Why would we pay them for something they offered us for free? It's just rude. Helping friends and family is a given. You help each other out.
I don't think what you're asking them to do is called helping each other out. If they give you a service or a product, even if they are a friend or family, you're a customer. Maybe they might give you a slight discount, but paying them is the right thing to do. Not guilting them into giving you everything for free.
Don't talk to me like this. You've got a lot of nerve.
It's just the facts, Sandy. It's different if they insist on giving you something for free, but demanding you get it for free is beyond rude and on top of that, so disrespectful. I already told Kyle, but I will also tell you too for your own good. That's called mooching, and people in general don't like people who mooch off of them.
You're telling us we're mooching off of our own friends and family?
Well, yeah, that's exactly what you're doing, no?
You have no common sense whatsoever, do you?
Oh, and I forgot to tell you. I remembered you told me that you saved $30K in 1 year once. I'm assuming that was thanks to all your mooching off of friends and relatives. I thought they all deserved to know, because they were the ones that made it possible.
Why would you do that?
They all said that same thing since you saved so much. You may receive invoices from them for all the services and products you took from them. Oh, and someone also said that they were going to ask you to pay them back all the money they lent you in one big lump sum payment. They sounded serious.
Are you kidding me?
Apparently, I didn't know this, but you weren't just mooching off of them. You were also borrowing money from them too. They said you said family should never charge interest to family, nor should they expect the money back in a certain amount of time. Unbelievable.
That was...
If you believe that friends and family should really help each other out, then you should pay back each and every one of them. 'Cause in the end, that's all they want. They just want their money back. So you should really do that. Isn't that the right thing to do, Sandy?
Hi, Michelle. Please come home. Please. We've really thought about what we've done. We will never push anyone into giving us things for free ever again.
Yeah, I'm not coming home. It's all too late, really. There's no fixing anything.
You've always been so stubborn. In all seriousness, though, do you really want to be a single mom? I don't think so, right? You have no skills. No one will hire you. It's gonna be super hard on your own, so just come home. I'm not angry anymore. I've let it all go. So stop being stubborn and come back.
Actually, I have a job. I'm making as much as you are already.
What? No one told me this.
$1,500 a month isn't that hard to make, I realized. Even for a stay-at-home mom like me who hasn't been working for the past several years. Oh, and that's before my overtime, too.
There's no way you're making the same amount as I am. What a joke. Who would hire a useless housewife with no skills? There's no way anyone would hire you. It's such a waste of money.
Actually, I was surprised too. I got so many job offers.
What?
All your friends and family were so supportive. They all heard that I moved out, and I'm not really sure where they heard it from, but they called me immediately. They all said they were happy to hire me at their businesses. They also offered to refer me to different companies that were hiring as well.
What? I don't believe this. No one told me any of this.
I was just losing all my confidence and wasn't sure where to go. I'm so grateful for their help. They were giving me a chance to get back on my feet. so I decided to accept one of the offers. They were really so understanding of my situation, so they helped me get into their corporate housing until I get my feet back on the ground. Can you believe it? It's just me and Sarah, so it's super spacious and comfy too.
This is unbelievable.
I mean, don't get me wrong here. I haven't expected anything for free, and I've thanked each and every person that has helped me. I also realized that I have a lot more skills than I thought. I really didn't give myself enough credit. And my boss is so happy with me. They tell me all the time how grateful they are that they have me.
Who's your boss? Where are you working? Who referred you? I'm coming to get you now. Tell me your address.
Yeah, I'm not that dumb. I've decided that I want a divorce, so I'll get the process started. I really hope you don't make it difficult. My lawyers will send you everything to sign once everything is ready.
A divorce? There's no way I'm signing anything.
I'm not changing my mind. I've already saved some money and I'm happy. Sarah is happy too. I spoke to her about you not living with us anymore. She seemed fine with it. I can finally say that I'm happy and I can finally hold my head up high and stick up for myself.
You think it's that easy to just leave? If you think that, then you have another thing coming. A divorce. Are you joking me? You don't get to decide who leaves and when. Tell me your address now. I need to talk some sense into you. You've completely lost your mind.
Yeah, well, come find me if you can, because there's no way I'm giving you my address. And if you come to my work or home, I've made arrangements already. Everyone will be notified. They'll all come rushing over to help me out and to protect me from your madness.
You're being completely unreasonable.
Everyone has become such close friends and so protective over Sarah and I. They said if either one of you contact us or come near us to let them know ASAP. They said that they would help me get rid of you guys.
Why would our friends and relatives be on your side? You're nothing to them. This must be a joke.
Well, you should really think long and hard about that. Okay, so next weekend, there are a few final things I need to pick up from the house. So I'll be by with some friends to pick those all up. And from here on, my lawyers will be in touch to get the ball rolling on finalizing our divorce. Please tell your mom I said hello and that I wish her the best. The next weekend, I went over with a bunch of friends to get my stuff. I was able to get everything I needed. While we were there, Kyle's relatives showed up to deliver invoices for past services and products. They also demanded they all get the money they loaned his mom back as well. They wouldn't leave till they were paid, so his mom came by with all the money. Of course, they blamed me for all their savings disappearing at once. The lawyers got everything sorted for me, and Kyle finally signed the divorce papers. I recently heard that he lives with his mom now. Apparently, his mom is fed up with his measly $1,500 a month and keeps saying they can't do anything with that salary. I heard she's always angry at him and telling him to go make more money. They have no more friends or relatives to mooch off of anymore, so I heard they're living off of canned beans. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up and send us a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.
Hey, Fatty, can you and my brother get divorced already?
Andrea, that's really rude of you, you know. I really don't appreciate you always insulting me like that.
Oh, shut up. Don't be so bossy. You can't tell me what to do.
I think I'm asking you nicely enough. If you think I'm trying to be bossy or offensive, I'm sorry about that.
Seriously? That's some attitude you have, really. Why did my brother even marry you?
That's really not any of your business. Besides, I've been making every effort to be considerate of you. And now that we're family, I was hoping we would be able to get along like real sisters, especially since I grew up with only brothers.
Get along? Are you crazy? Never in a million years. You're like so much older than me. We have nothing in common. And who even wants to get along with an old hag like you?
Well, if that's the way you think of me, I guess it's not such an easy request. But you don't have to be so hostile, you know? What is it that you don't even like about me? I can't really recall doing anything that would offend you.
It's not something you've done. You're simply not a good match for my brother. You're way older than him, aren't you? Why did he choose you as his wife? He can do so much better.
I don't know the answer to that. That's something you need to ask Christian directly.
It doesn't matter if I ask him, because I won't be satisfied with any answer he gives. That's why I'm asking you. Why do you even exist?
Andrea, maybe you might feel like I took your brother away from you, because I know how attached you are to him. But I want you to know that's not the case. I may be Christian's wife, but you're still his little sister. I'm sure we make up completely different parts of his life, so I don't think you should think of it as all or nothing.
What? Who do you think you are, giving me advice like that? You should know that there's not even the slightest bit of competition between us. It's pretty obvious that my brother cares about me way more than you. We've always been close, so there's no way he'll ever choose you over me.
I don't think there's any need to compete. Why do you see me as such a rival? Isn't there any way for us to get along better?
Sure, if you just divorce my brother right away, I'm sure we'll be able to get along just fine.
A divorce? That's definitely not something we plan to do.
Well, then it's impossible. I don't think I'll ever be able to get along with you as long as you stay married to my brother. I don't even want to be associated with an old, gloomy person like you. And besides, what would I do if your ugliness is contagious?
My goodness. Why do you have to be so mean all the time? I just want us to get along with each other. Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, it is. Because I told you already that I don't want to get along with you. So why don't you guys just get divorced already? Because who knows what I might do next?
Don't say that. You're starting to scare me. We can at least be pleasant with one another. We're both adults here. Besides, Christian and I have no plans on getting divorced. So while you're wasting your time with all this harassment, maybe you should just let it go already.
Yeah, right. I'm not gonna stop until I can get rid of you. And I have to protect my brother, too.
Protect your brother from what?
From your ugly and wrinkly face.
There's nothing I can say that'll make you think otherwise, is there? I wish your sister didn't hate me so much. I'm really trying my best to get along with her, but it seems like nothing is enough.
What happened? Did she say something to you again?
She told me that we need to get divorced right away.
Ha! Like that's ever gonna happen. You can just ignore her rants. She's just looking for attention, so you don't even need to take her seriously.
I know that, but it's just been going on for a really long time. Andrea doesn't seem to like the fact that I'm older than you, but there's nothing I can do about that. So I'm sorry.
Why do you need to be sorry about that? Our age difference doesn't even matter to me. I love you for who you are, and not because of your age. That's just ridiculous.
I'm really glad that you feel that way, but it still bothers me that Andrea doesn't seem to agree.
Yeah, but she's always been like that. And I'm pretty sure her hostility towards you isn't just about your age. She just hates the idea of me being with any woman.
She really loves her big brother, huh?
I guess so. When we were kids, my parents were always so busy with work, so I pretty much had to raise her. And I just let her get her own way all the time, so she was quite spoiled as a kid. But unfortunately, she's still just as spoiled now, even as an adult. I guess I'm partly responsible for the way she acts.
I see. So I guess she's just really attached to you.
Yeah, we've always had a close relationship. But that's not doing any of us any good right now. She probably needs to start changing her ways soon, and maybe I need to start being more strict with her. I'm married to you now, so I can't always have her clinging to me. If she's going to continue making trouble for us, I'm just going to have to start pushing her away.
I don't want you to do anything too extreme. But she said that if we don't get divorced right away, she'll make me regret it. I hope she's not serious.
It's always so hard to tell how serious she is. Anyways, if she keeps harassing you like this, just let me know. I'll give her a piece of my mind next time.
Or rather, would it be okay if I gave her a piece of my mind?
Oh, that's right. Andrea has no idea who you used to be before we got married. In that case, it'll probably be more effective coming from you. The next time she's out of line like this, just let your true character come out. That should be something worth seeing.
Okay, you're probably right. I don't see the point in keeping it hidden anymore. The next time she does something, I'll just react accordingly. But I hope it doesn't need to come down to that. for everyone's benefit.
What's taking you so long to get divorced? Since you're just taking your sweet time, I did you a favor to speed things up.
What are you talking about?
I've told my brother so many times to get divorced already, but he still hasn't left you. It seems he doesn't even listen to his little sister's requests anymore. He used to always let me have my way. So don't you think you're the reason why he's changed? I'm sure you brainwashed him or something, so you have total control over the way he acts. He never used to be like this.
Don't be ridiculous. You're just letting your imagination get the best of you. Besides, how is it even possible that you speed up a divorce process that's not even going to take place? And one that doesn't even involve you in the first place?
That's just what you think.
Huh?
I already got the divorce papers ready for you.
Divorce papers? You mean for me and Christian?
Yeah, of course. Who else do you think I mean? I even made sure that all the details, like your address and everything, are correct. So there's no mistake. I guess this finalizes your divorce now. I just need to go submit them to the court, and it'll be official. I can finally say goodbye to my ugly sister-in-law for good now.
You spoiled little brat! You have no idea who you're dealing with.
What?
That's right. You've pushed your luck far enough. Now it's time you learned your lesson.
Wait, is this some kind of joke? What's with the sudden change in character? This is too funny.
Not only have you been mocking me this whole time, but you submitted our divorce papers without permission. Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
Does it even matter? What's done is done.
You better hope that's not true for your own sake. If you stop all this nonsense right now, you might still be able to save yourself. Otherwise, God help you.
So, about your divorce papers. I just submitted them to the court and they were accepted with no issues. So you and my brother are no longer legally bound by marriage anymore.
I guess you didn't take my warning seriously. You've really gone and done it now, haven't you? Without even knowing that your brother's now former wife used to be in a gang. And isn't that just unfortunate for you, don't you think?
What do you mean?
Can you not read? Is there a problem with your eyes, or are you just stupid? I would have taken it easy on you if you were my sister-in-law, but if we don't have any connection anymore, I don't see any reason to show you any mercy. Guess you decided to mess with the wrong old hag, huh? From now, you're nothing more than a piece of trash on the bottom of my shoe. Or would piece of crap be a better description for you? I mean, not only are you completely useless, but you also make me want to puke.
Wait, what do you mean by all this? I don't understand what you're talking about.
You know how they say that garbage belongs in the trash, right? So, why don't I do the whole world a favor and take care of this piece of crap that's been harassing me? You better watch your back.
Wait, Cheryl? Is this really you? You're talking like a completely different person.
I was trying really hard to get along with you until now. So I was trying really hard to be polite with you. I didn't want to scare you off before we even had the chance to know each other. But don't worry. This is the real me. And now that we're legally back to being strangers, there's no need to get along with you anymore. Or to hide my true self.
So, this is who you really are? And everything else was just a front? And you really used to be in a gang? You never even said anything about it.
I just never had any reason to tell you. Until now. You worthless piece of garbage. I'm just about done putting up with your rotten attitude. Do you still think you did anyone a favor by submitting those divorce papers?
Okay. Do you think you can just calm down for a second? You're starting to scare me. Why are you so pissed? I've never seen you like this before.
I hope you know that it's too late to act all scared now. Let me do you a favor this time and ruin your entire life.
Don't you think you're overreacting? Ruin my entire life? You're not really that mad, are you?
Oh, you have no idea. But it probably doesn't even compare to the terrible mistake you've made this time. Faking our divorce papers and submitting them without permission. Are you stupid or something? Now I need to contact the court and go through the trouble of having them nullify that order. Don't think that you'll ever be forgiven for this.
Can you even do that? Reverse the divorce order?
Of course. There's no way I'm going to accept any divorce orders that were faked and submitted behind my back. Christian and I won't be getting divorced, regardless of what you want.
Well, in that case, you don't need to be so mad. You guys are getting what you want in the end, right? You're not going through with the divorce, so why don't we just let this all go?
Oh no, I'm nowhere near being done with you. You need to take responsibility for your actions, once and for all. I'm filing a complaint with the police.
The police? What? Why?
What you did. It's called forgery of an official document. You think you can just say you're sorry, that it was just a joke, and call it a day? You never even apologized to me for any of this.
I'm sorry. It wasn't meant to be out of spite.
Do you think I'm stupid or something? Are you saying you did it on accident? I'd love to see you try and explain that to a judge. It was pure spite from start to finish.
And what are you saying? You can't get the police involved. That's just going overboard. Please, Cheryl, you have to understand.
No, you're the one that needs to understand the real gravity of this situation. Seriously, how much more trouble are you going to cause Christian and I before you're satisfied? I've always thought you were really annoying and that your attachment to Christian was a bit extreme. But I let it go as you just being close to him, so I never said anything about it, especially since we were family. But thanks to you, that's no longer the case, right? So now it's my turn to get back at you.
What do you mean you're gonna get back at me? And why aren't we family anymore? You said that you can get the divorce orders reversed. So that means you and my brother are still married, right? Then that makes us sisters still. That's family.
Actually, Christian is saying that he's gonna cut ties with you.
What?
After everything you've done, he no longer has any more patience left for you. He doesn't want to deal with any of your childish antics anymore. But please, go ahead and keep living your life doing whatever you want. Just don't involve us in any part of it anymore.
You're just joking, right? My brother would never say anything like that. I bet you're just forcing him to cut ties with me.
I guess submitting the fake divorce papers was the last straw. He's even more furious than me.
Oh no. I just got a really long message from him. It sounds like he's really mad. But why?
What do you mean, why? You still don't know the seriousness of what you've done. Sure, I thought it was kind of cute at first, the way you were so attached to your brother. But now it just disgusts me. Do you really think that you'll always be forgiven for any wrongdoing just because you're his little sister?
Wait, he's not even taking my calls. What's going on?
Oh, he said he was going to block you.
What? He blocked me? That's impossible. He always picks up when I call.
There's no point in telling me that. What do you want me to do about it? By the way, I just finished speaking with your parents about this incident, and I plan on contacting the police next. Your life is done.
You even called my parents? No! Why did you have to tell on me?
I didn't want them to be shocked when the police suddenly appeared at their door, so I called to give them a heads up.
You're seriously going to call the police? Are you crazy? I'm your sister-in-law. You want to make your own sister out to be a criminal and even get the police involved? How could you do such a terrible thing? Just watch. I'm going to file a complaint against you and get you back for this.
Go ahead and try. I'm not taking any of your threats seriously. And besides, you can sue me if you want, but you don't even have a case against me. So I don't really see the point. It'll probably end with you just embarrassing yourself.
This can't be happening. I was only trying to protect my brother. I was doing all of this for him.
But you know what? No one ever even asked you to do any of this. And I've never seen Christian get this angry with you. You really took things way too far this time. Why don't you take a hint already?
But he's my brother. What else was I supposed to do?
You could have stopped being so attached to your brother and become more independent, for one. You called me an old hag and criticised me for my age. But you're about to turn 30 soon, right? And you've never even worked a decent job in your life.
You don't have to mock me like that. I've already apologised for everything I did. Can't you forgive me already?
Just saying sorry and being forgiven only works for preschoolers. Your apology doesn't mean anything to me. They're just words.
But we're family, remember? Let's just try and get along.
You have no idea how many times I've already said those words to you before, and how many times I've had those words rejected by you. So, too bad. Those words no longer have any meaning to me, so your request is denied. I told you, I'm going to make you regret everything you've done to me. So be prepared to be ruined. Oh, and you should probably watch your back, especially when you're walking outside alone at night. After that, an absolutely terrified Andrea appeared on Cheryl's doorstep and profusely apologized for everything she had done and begged for forgiveness. Cheryl held nothing back as she reprimanded Andrea for her actions, but still kicked her out afterwards. Christian kept his word and completely cut ties with his little sister. He didn't even bother seeing her one last time, and now avoids all contact from her. As for Andrea, she was taken in for questioning by the police. Her parents, who were also fed up with her selfish behavior, forced her to move out of the house. She had no other choice but to learn how to be independent, since she no longer had anyone to rely on. She started working, so she's able to support herself now, apparently. But she still can't get Cheryl's parting words out of her mind. So she lives in fear that Cheryl might one day appear out of nowhere and get her back for something else she had done. Thanks for watching! Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to see more content.